Good morning, SNC-Lavalin. My name is Jack Albergati. I'm the National Sales Manager with General Equipment and Supply in Greenville, South Carolina. We're North America's leading provider of refurbished construction tools and equipment. We are thrilled to have been awarded the purchase order for the 151 Jersey barriers with fence combinations to secure the site at Brandywine. We have a couple of ideas. We have a prototype made, and we'd like to discuss some of the challenges we've hit so far. Our original approved design was for the panel to install into the barrier in pre-drilled holes on each side. With a barrier that's precast with those holes, in theory, that is a great technique. Our barriers do not have those pre-drilled holes. Those holes would have to be cored out by hand. Extremely time consuming. We estimate 7 to 10 days to drill out each barrier. Part of the trouble we're having is, a part of our concern is we would have to come into the barrier at least 3 inches, core the hole. We're worried about hitting this precast hinge down into the barrier as we drill that hole. Also, the hole would have to be oversized for the pole that came into it. A 2-inch pole, we would have to drill a 2 1/4 or 2 1/8 inch cored out hole for that pole. There will be some sway, there will be some wiggle in that barrier unless upon delivery that pole was secured with some type of grout or some type of cement mix to secure the barrier into secure the panel into the barrier itself. Without securing it, there's nothing that would stop a would-be thief from just walking up and removing the barrier off to the side or using it as a ramp for a four-wheeler or anything else to access the site. Also, the gap was a concern for us. If we came in this far with our pole, that would leave at least a 4 to 6 inch gap right here. With another barrier there with a 4 to 6 inch gap, we could end up with an excess of 12 to 14 inches between panels in the site. Now, I'm not going to make it through a 12 to 14 inch gap, but I'm sure that there are thieves in this world that could squeeze in between that gap. So this prototype is our solution to each one of those issues. We have anchored our panel, and first let's talk about our panel. Our panel is constructed of 2x2 heavy-duty uni-strut. Our fencing is a heavier gauge than standard fencing chain link. Our fence is actually shrouded top and bottom inside of the unistrut itself, secured on the edge with clips, secured in the top with metal twist ties. Our panel is pre-anchored to the barrier with 6 half-inch anchors drilled down into the concrete. This thing is stout. It is very secure. It is very well made. Also, our gap is minimal. We can come to the edge on this design of the barrier. You bring another barrier in, you put your rebar or whatever you have to join them together, and these barriers, I can't commit that they will join, but they will be very close. We're probably talking a 3 to 5 inch gap at the most between the panels themselves. And I'm speaking with fabrication now to see if there's any kind of bracket that we can prefabricate here that would actually join the barriers together once you get to the site. Again, our units will come prefabricated. There won't be any joining of the panel to the barrier on site. They will arrive on site as you see them here. We really feel this is the best way for us to do it in the time parameters that we've been given, and to do it as economically as we possibly can. We certainly appreciate the opportunity. We look forward to your favorable response on our design. Thank you.